What's goody? This is your boy Young Knowledge from Mikael Creations. I love sipping on some good wine. All right, I'm gonna get a little bit into your fuel. Your fuel. It's very simple. It's not complicated at all. Calm down. God. So, your fueling system. When it comes to the Linhai, go lay down. Go lay down. Let's start from where it begins. You get your gas. It goes into your fuel tank here, okay? You fill it from the top here, okay? Now, off your gas tanks, you have two lines that come down. Inside of it, you have a high point and then you have a low point, all right? That's just how it's designed. On a couple of Linhais, you're gonna be dealing with a major issue with it. It is right when it comes out. This is saying like it's an old quad, you're just getting up and running. The two lines that come out, the two hose lines that come out of the fuel tank. In that area, if it's an old quad, if it's been sitting, got bad gas and stuff, you're dealing with it get clogged right in that section. So what you can do, if you're not getting flow through, what you want to do is clean out that area. All right. You can get gasoline, and you could just have the gas in there, fresh gas, and then put some pressure, cover it with a rag or something. Just put some pressure in there because you're gonna have it blow back at you, and just pressurize it so you can flush it out. When you start seeing fluid flow, you know you're good, okay? Then from there, it goes from the fuel tank into your fuel switch here, okay? When it's horizontal, that's to stop the flow, okay? It stops the flow into your system. If it's vertical up or vertical down, fluid is flowing, okay? It's just depending how much fuel you need to the system. That's where it's pulling from, okay? Right behind it, let's see if I could get it here. You should see on the edge, let me get this camera in here so you can see. Right behind it, you see a hose here. You see a hose here, all right? I'm gonna go make it easier. I'm gonna go grab a piece so that you can actually, I can show you physical, because I should have an extra one hanging out around here, okay? Here we go. Let me go over here and see what I can find. Chicka, chicka, chicka. Where are we? Where are we? My. I'm always going through a whole bunch of crap and trying to find shit. How to make it a little bit easier. Ha. Oh, that's the cap for it. Where's the one for topping off the fluid? Come on. That's it. Organization, I need to practice. It's not that organized, it looks like. Let me see if I can find it in here. Ah, cool. I got a brand new one in here. Let me pull it out. I swear I had one sitting here. Where did I put it? I don't know where I put the old ones that will make it easier to show you. Okay, let me just crack it open. I'll just grab this. All right. This is it right here. This is the component. The older ones, they're made out of aluminum. The newer ones, they make them out of plastic, all right? Let's see, put this here. What we're looking at is right here too, okay? All right, this is this component right here. Let me give you a close-up view. It looks like that. All right. The two that comes from the fuel tank, okay? The two hoses come down, they go into these two, okay? Then it goes through here. You have the control switch to choose what location you're using it from, and then it comes out through here. All right. Normally, if it's old, this gets clogged, it gets damaged. You got to replace it. Not expensive at all. You're probably under 15 bucks or less for this guy here. Maybe 20 bucks, maybe, because price changes. All right. So, but once you get this guy, all right, you put a new one on, you mount it up here, you just take out the screw. There's a nut that goes on here that you screw on and keeps it stationary. All right. Once you make sure this is cleared, after you've cleared your fuel tank, all right, make sure the passageway is clear. If the fuel is flowing, you know it's clear. You're good. Don't worry about trying to pull this all apart and clear out that section. Don't worry about it. If it's fluid is flowing, it's clear. But it'll go, after that, it'll go into these two on the side here, the two hoses. Plug them in. You can put a clamp on it if you want. Most of the time you really don't need it, but you could just do as you please, your choice. Once it comes from here, this is where it comes out. All right. Let's see if I could get in here so I can show you. So we solved this. You know that this is where it starts heading towards your fuel pump or your carburetor. All right. Now, let's get in here. After it comes from there, it goes into your filter. All right. A lot of times this filter really never gets dirty. It takes a lot of debris for it to get clogged. If you want to change it, change it. It is a good thing. It is a filter. You're right. Yes, change it. But you should see the fluid passes through here and look at it flow. Comes from there. If you notice, I chose not to use my pump. But if it was going to my pump, it will go to here. All right. And then it will come out through here and then go into the carburetor. But I canceled this because I realized it's gravity fed. It really don't need it. This one here, it's your pressure. It's your pressure pump. And normally, if you look in front of the, let me get a light. If you look in here, you see it goes from here, and watch, we're gonna follow it in. I'm hoping that the camera can see, which the camera does. Let me lower down this light. It's too bright. All right. Let me see if I can get a good view. No. I'm not getting a good view. There's a hose that goes from the carburetor into the engine. There should be a little tiny hose that come up from there. That's where it builds up the suction power to cause your pump to work. Okay? It causes your pump to work. It's a little hose, little piece. Let me see if I got an extra one hanging around here. Give me 1 minute. Let me see if I can find an extra one of something that is similar to it that you can use it as a reference. Boom, 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 boom. Do I have? That is the question. Do I have? Nope. Okay, this is similar to it. This is not the same. This is for a different type of quad. But see, if you look from your carburetor and on the side that goes to the engine, this part right up here has a little hose where it comes out, and this is where your pump builds up your pressure, so that you have the sucking power to basically activate your pump pressure here to cause your fuel to flow. Okay, and when it pumps from here, sucks in, it shoots it out, builds up pressure, goes through here, and then it goes to your carburetor that's inside here. Right there. Your carburetor is right here. All right, and it goes through on the bottom portion. Okay, and then it fills the carburetor. It fills the carburetor up with fluid, and then if you have a new carburetor, you wouldn't have a problem with having to clean up your carburetor. But if you don't, you're gonna have to open up that carburetor, guarantee, and clean it out and stuff, because I know that's where what I classify as gunk builds up. It's like when bad gas gets, it's like this thick, annoying, like tar type of material that gets left inside there. But brake cleaner and gasoline does an amazing job on cleaning that out. Okay, you should be able to get but in the carburetor, you're gonna have to clean out all these little tiny canals. That's what makes it annoying. That's why I recommend just get a new carburetor. But if you don't have that in the budget, or you're saying, fuck it, I could just fix this myself, go for it. All you got to do is clean out the little tiny canals. Your main tool that you're going to need is brake clean and air pressure, because you're going to have to put the air line to it and blow through it to make sure it's all cleared out. Once you do that, your carburetor will work right away. Once you clear all the little tiny canals in the carburetor, it will work. It will work, guaranteed. You wouldn't have no problem with that. And as I was saying before, like, it's really easy. It's not complicated at all. This was, it's like, it's just a small section. You clear that out. You make sure you got fuel going through it. Boom, you can you just solve your fuel section. All right, so now I normally like to start off making sure my fuel section is cleared and I got good fuel flow, good spray in the carburetor, so that I know it will start. Okay, a fun technique to do, especially when you get in an old quad and you're trying to start it up. All right. Sometimes, this is when you chose not to buy a new carburetor. You repaired your old carburetor, and this is how you get your old carburetor working. Okay, because sometimes something just doesn't build up the pressure that allows the little spray of gasoline to flow. What you can do is get some brake cleaner, carburetor fluid or whatever. Right here where the air system is, squeeze the clutch. What you want to do is squeeze the clutch like this. Squeeze the clutch. Squeeze the clutch like that. It opens up the throttle door, and then you just spray. You spray right down in here, right in here. You take off the filter, all that stuff. And then you just spray brake cleaner fluid down, or starter fluid, carburetor fluid, all down there, and it will tell you if your spark is basically good already, and it will start right up. If your spark is not good and it won't start right up. But let's say your spark is good. You spray your brake fluid down there, or starter fluid, or whatever that you can make in a spray that you can spray in there. It will go in the system and it will start. When it's running, because it's going to only run for a certain amount of time, and then it's going to want to shut off. Normally when you spray down in there and you're messing with the throttle, okay? After a while, the system starts building pressure and have suction power and all that. And then that's when your natural fuel from you cleaning your carburetor and all that will start working. So it's just a fun technique just to go through that process, and it will help you get your old quad started. Okay, it will help you get just your quad started. It's just a nice way to directly seal out a section in the quad to make sure that, hey, your fuel system is working properly and stuff, and it's not just no spark, like your spark plug is not working, because when it runs, you know your spark plug is working. All right, and you know everything on the electrical side is good. But first, start off with clearing out from your fuel tank, making sure you're getting flow to your carburetor. And I'm going to say it on purpose, your new carburetor. Yeah, get a new carburetor. Spend the fucking money. It's like max $40 or less. Guaranteed. Just spend it. Yes, you spend for 1 hour of your shift, or maybe 2 hours, depending where you are in the fucking US. So, I'm just saying, that will keep it simple. Just solve that portion. You know your fuel system is guaranteed gonna work, okay? All right, bro. Stay up, stay thirsty for knowledge. Get it, make it. Yo, have a good day, man. Have a fucking good day. Don't let shit get to you. That's how we do.